Welcome to the Christy Jones Show. This is your go-to podcast for living life to the fullest. I am a life and empowerment coach, speaker, and business owner in multifamily real estate. I am a woman passionate about helping others build a life that they truly desire. We'll talk about how to make the most out of every day, from setting meaningful goals to embracing the present moment. So join us as we explore the depths of living a life that is full of joy, purpose, and satisfaction. Well, hello, my friend, and welcome to the Christy Jones Show. This is episode 3, and this is about pursuing your dreams. This is specifically about 6 questions that I encourage you to ask yourself when you're pursuing a dream. And I take clients through this 6-question process. But sometimes people will be like, I don't know if I really have a dream per se, which then I reframe that and say, okay, maybe it's not a dream, but you most likely have a vision. You have a vision for your life. You have a vision for how you want something to be, something that you want to experience in this life. So some of us call it, we are pursuing a dream that we have. Some of us might call it, I have a vision that I'm working towards. Whatever word you assign to it is really not important for this conversation. But I do want to talk about 6 questions that you can sit down and go through with yourself as you move forward on pursuing your dream or your vision. So let's give it a little bit of a jump start and let's write down some things to each of these 6 questions to really, the goal is to clarify, to bring some clarity, and also to get some goals in place to kind of jumpstart the delivery or the speed of getting to that vision, to that end result, to your dream. So number 1, let's talk about what is your highest priority in this lifetime. What's most important to you to experience, explore, or embrace while you're here on Earth, living this amazing life as a human? So ask yourself, what is your highest priority in this lifetime? And until you answer that first question, I believe that your life goals, it's going to be really hard to keep those on purpose, meaning to align those. If you're not able to really identify what your highest priority is in your lifetime, then you're really unaligned with your inner passion. You're unaligned with your intentions. And when you do that, you're going to lack that personal power to attract the right situations, to attract the aligned people that are necessary for your dream or your vision to become a reality. So really get clued in to your true joy. Get tuned in to what is your highest priority in this lifetime. And sometimes to tune in to that joy, to get like connected to that, I want you to think back to activities that maybe, you might already know. Like I might ask you that question and you're like, Christy, I know exactly what that is. And your pen's already like flowing on the paper. And that stuff's just pouring out of you. But sometimes when I ask people that question, it stumps them and they're like, which is okay. It's completely okay. But like, I don't really know. I don't really know what brings me joy. I don't know what I enjoy. Then I want you to do this. I want you to ask yourself, what activities did you enjoy when you were a kid? What do you like to do? What do you like to do now? How do you like to spend your time? What are the things that you like to do that really light you up? What are the things, whether you were a child or whether it's now, what are the things that you do where time just kind of stands still? Have you ever had that happen where whatever activity it might be, and if you're really fortunate, if it is the work that you're doing and it's aligned with what lights you up, you literally will sit down, no matter what it is, a hobby, your profession, whatever it might be, and you feel like an hour goes by and you're shocked that an hour's gone by because you're in flow. You enjoy it. Your joy, it fills you up, it lights you up. So time just kind of doesn't exist for a while. If that resonates with you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That is a powerful state to be in. So think about the things that you enjoy, your hobbies, interest that you have, things that you enjoyed as a kid. And so when your goals are aligned with your soul, with that joy, that synchronicity, it just kind of kicks in and it guides you to that target per se. So number one, what is your highest priority in this lifetime? Second thing I want you to ponder is this your dream or is this someone else's dream? Truly an important question that you need to confront, that you need to ask yourself. Is this your dream, or was this dream just kind of deposited on you from, your parents or another person that you looked up to, another family member? Or was it just kind of you assumed the dream because that's just what everyone in your family does? This is what was kind of expected of you. And it's really, you really need to dive into that and spend some time thinking about that. And again, I ask you that question, you might know the exact answer to it immediately. If not, spend some time thinking about that. So are your goals, are they your own choice? Or are they what others think you should be striving for? Do you want to look back on your life when you're older? And do you want to wish that you had gone for what you really wanted to do, to try, to experience? And I'm not just talking line of work. I'm not just talking career, although that is a big one because we spend a lot of time working and creating and doing. And so it's important that you do get some fulfillment out of that. Although that doesn't necessarily have to tie in exactly with your dream. Your dream might be something else. But it's really important that when you are, envision yourself older and looking back and saying, gosh, I really wish I would have gone after what I've always wanted to try, what I've always wanted to do. And will you regret not doing that? Will you regret that playing it safe? If that answer to you is you can feel that like heavy feeling in your gut and the pit of your stomach that, yes, I am very much not going to feel good about myself and I'm going to have that sense of regret later if I don't at least explore this. Because if you don't explore it, then you don't know. Sometimes we think we have a dream. This is something we've thought about for a long time. Have you ever done that? And then you go after it and then you get there and you realize it isn't really it isn't what I thought. It isn't aligning with me. And that is, again, perfectly okay because you tried it, you did it, and now you've realized that you dream a new dream. You have a new vision. So on item 2 it's really about taking some time to ask yourself, is this my goal? Was this goal just kind of put on me? Am I doing this and striving for this for someone else? Or am I doing this truly from the essence of who I am and what I want to experience? So ask those questions. And even if you say, I gave the example of, later in life, maybe at an older age, are you going to have regrets that you did not try something, that you did not Go after that vision that you had, that dream that you had. And even if it's like, well, 5 years from now, I will have regret if I don't do XYZ, if I don't explore that, if I don't lean into that. So if you have those feelings, you need to tune into that and know that that is speaking loud to you. So listen to that. And some people, I get in conversations where I feel selfish going after or leaning into a dream or a goal or a vision that I have. I feel selfish about doing that. And I like to ask this question back: what joy can you give to others if you haven't first given it to yourself? Do you realize how much more powerful, how much more fulfilled, how much more you can give to others and be of service to others when you are first taking care of your own, those own like inner desires and dreams, and you're leaning into those things to fill yourself up. It is, you guys, we cannot pour from an empty vessel. You can't. If it's empty, it's empty. You have to do the things that bring you joy, that fill you up. I talk about this all the time, like a broken record. But when it comes to pursuing your dreams, going after your goals, and yes, you're like, well, I want to give to others. I say, fabulous. That's beautiful. As you should. We are meant to be of service to others. But when you are in alignment and you are doing what fills you up and what is purposeful to you, trust me, my friend, you are serving people in such an amazing way. You are serving people in such an amazing way. Look at the example that you're setting. You're setting an example that you're tuning in to your goals, you're tuning into your dreams, and that you're exploring that you're not necessarily living the life that someone else thinks you should live. It's a dangerous, dangerous road to travel. And which is why I really urge people to make sure that your dream is truly coming from within, that it's coming from you and it's not being forced upon you. Number 3 is, are you settling for less? Are you resigned to accepting less than your fair share, the fullness that you can get in love and health and success in this lifetime? Are you like, that's great for other people. I mean, I can see why so-and-so has a fulfilling, a life where, they're in love and they've got good health and they are, having success in their life, but it's, probably not for me. Why in the world? Let me shake you. Why in the world are you thinking that? Absolutely. Absolutely, you can have that. 100% you can have that. Have you compromised? Have you sacrificed for your dream? Have you compromised? And are you comfortable? If you have compromised, are you comfortable with that? Anything short of living your true passions, my friend, is not going to give you true happiness. Anything short of you being you, of you doing something in your life that lights you up, I mean, you're going to miss out on such a juicy part of life. Number 4, fourth question, as we're moving forward on, I've got a total of 6 questions to ask yourself when you are pursuing your dreams. Number 4 is, what will it feel like when you reach your dream? What will it feel like when you reach that goal? What's it going to feel like when that vision that you have in your head, in your heart, what is it going to feel like when you get there? Personal passion fuels a vision. I want you to dive into that thrill, that exhilaration, that feeling of living your dream. I talk about this so much, about thought, the connection of thoughts and feelings and actions, and then therefore the results. And so without going too deep into that subject matter, I do want to say that spending time and feeling what it's going to feel like to reach that vision, your body needs to feel that, your mind, your heart. You need to spend time each day. What does that feel like? Really feel it in every cell of your being. The Hawaiian kahuna, I have a note to myself, and I came across this not too long ago, but the Hawaiian kahuna say, where your creative attention flows, so flows your life. So spend time feeling what it's going to feel like to live your dream, to have that vision come to the forefront and really bask in that feeling. What ends up happening is when you connect with those feelings, you will start behaving from that space. So, question 5, what steps can you take today toward your dream? So many times, I run into this is that I have a dream, I have a vision, I have a goal, I have something, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Everybody knows what it's like when we put stuff off. We put it off. We just defer till later. Sometimes there's good reason for that. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's very good reason to pause. But most of the time, the reason that we are not taking a step forward is our own self-sabotage, whether that's fear, the procrastination. So many times, I'll just straight up, majority of the time, it is the fear that we are not good enough. And so I like to say, we've got to start taking some action. So don't defer your dream. Set up supports, set up systems around you to instantly translate your intentions into action. Jump on every opportunity that is in line with your purpose and your vision. Move on it. Don't just talk about it. Take action on it. So think about, are there some smaller projects that can lead you to your larger end result? I mean, for instance, if one of your dreams is to run a marathon, I mean, you don't just go out and run a marathon. I mean, at least I don't know anyone that's ever done that. I definitely know I could not just say, hey, I'm going to go run a marathon this weekend, sign me up. No, you have to train. You have to break it down. Training for a marathon, it's broken down into smaller segments. So find a way to measure and track your progress into smaller bits and pieces as you move towards a goal, as you move towards your dream. And once again, this is actually any of these questions, but on question number 5, I always encourage to journal. Journaling is your friend. You got to track your wins. Yes, share, if you have a friend, a coach, they are there to help keep that momentum going, to celebrate the wins along the way. But I'm a huge believer, and you have to track your wins. You have to track your wins. In fact, something I do at the end of each day before I go to bed is I remind myself of all the things that went right and that were great about the day before I go to bed, before I close my eyes, because I want to remind myself of the wins. I mean, were there some things that did not go right? Were there mistakes made? Absolutely. Of course there were. But I'm not going to dwell on those and then carry them over into the next day. I'm going to acknowledge them. I'm going to learn from them. I'm going to take note. But I'm not going to just drag it forward, put it in a backpack, and just start stacking all the bad stuff in the backpack, carry it into the next day. No, I'm going to track the wins. So when you've got a big dream, a big vision, a big goal, you got to break it down into smaller increments and then track your progress. And then lastly, number 6 is, are you telling yourself that I can't have my dream? I mean, what am I thinking? This is ridiculous. Are you telling yourself that? Are you dwelling on the fact that you just don't think it's for you? I mean, it'd be great for someone else. I mean, they could probably achieve that, or they could have that kind of life, or that probably would work out for them. But yeah, probably not in the cards for me. See, the thing when it comes to living your dream, pursuing a dream, pursuing a goal, a vision, is that most people don't believe they can live their dream. It's all up here. They just don't believe it can happen. And sometimes it's either their belief system has them believing that maybe they can't make a living doing what they love, or they feel like they don't deserve whatever it is that they're dreaming for. I mean, you see this in relationships all the time. So much self-sabotage can go on when it comes to a relationship, that they don't believe that they dream of this marriage, they dream of a great relationship and a loving, supportive partner. But when they get in that situation and then things start kind of falling apart and a little self-sabotage possibly starts happening to kind of derail the relationship, a lot of times what you find is that the person doesn't believe that dream of being loved, that dream of a warm, loving, supportive friendship, relationship, that it can't be for them, that they don't deserve it. If you don't feel you're deserving, it's really hard to create that in your life. So to avoid the pain of feeling like they can't have their dream, people often keep their dream so buried that they can't even remember that they had a dream. You ask someone, do you have a dream? What's your dream? What's your goals? What's your vision for what your life's going to look like in 10 years? Sometimes you get I don't know. I mean, I don't really, just whatever. I mean, I have a few things, but whatever happens, happens. No. I mean, you can continue, 100% can continue in that direction. But sometimes just to avoid the pain of feeling like I can't have this dream, that I can't attain those things, that I can't have the relationship that I really want, people keep their dreams so buried. They just bury it down so they don't even have to think about it. So they don't even remember that they have one. So my question to you is, if this has spurred something up deep inside your belly, if this has just kind of got your wheels spinning a little bit, you probably need to spend some time pursuing your dream and thinking about that and going through these 6 questions just to get you started. These 6 questions are just they're like little icebreakers just to get you going, just to get things moving again. Maybe you already know what that dream is, but you've just stalled out because you're exhausted, or maybe you had some disappointments, or maybe you feel like it's never going to happen and you're having a hard time believing that that could be your life. I am here to tell you, you need to reignite your dream. You need to get excited again. You need to go through these questions and you just stir it up. You need to stir it up. So everyone has a dream. I believe everyone has a dream. I believe everyone has a dream. They have a vision for what they want their life to be, what they want to experience, what they want to give, what they want to do. And I believe everyone is destined to fulfill that purpose. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I hope that this conversation has excited you. It has maybe reignited some ideas that maybe you've just kind of put on a shelf for a while. So if you would like these questions in a downloaded format, I will have them dropped in the show notes so that you could print those off for yourself and have them to refer back to. All right, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me here on the podcast. You being here and being a part of this community means the utter world to me. And if you feel like this podcast could be of help to someone else, please share it. And I would appreciate a review and any comments that you could leave on the podcast show. All right, go have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.